Welcome back to another episode of the Armchair Pundits Week in Review show. And as you can see, we've got an extremely happy guy who can't contain his smile right there with his displaying his Arsenal jerseys behind him.
Yeah.
Anyone will think that Man City didn't win tonight. Oh yeah, they didn't win.
It's more that my team won this weekend.
Yeah, we can tell. You did a post-match this week.
Wait, hold on. I didn't do one when Newcastle. Won. When we beat Newcastle, I didn't do one. It wasn't nothing to do with that.
Bro, people have been telling me we ain't seen the post-match for a few weeks.
And take the jab, and go to the corner.
Get me. Since they went to level 1 points, no more post-match.
Sorry, I can't beat these allegations. Can I?
Slap them, boy.
But yeah, boys, it's been a weekend, man, and not a good one for me, but a good one for all three of you. So, congratulations to you guys. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been Armchair Pundits Review Show. Peace out. I wish. All right, let's go. As we always do, we start off with the guest player. So why not do that before I start talking about the misery of Liverpool so far? So, can you guess this player? Started off at Man United. Well, didn't start off at Man United, but his first team was Man United. Went on loan to West Brom. Then Man United sold him to Sunderland. Then he went to Fulham. Then he went to Aston Villa, and he ended his career at Cardiff City. Who is this player?
Easy.
Oh, wow.
Easy. I'm here, bro. That one there I got.
I got it as well.
Yeah. I think I couldn't remember his name, but I think I got it.
Yeah.
Cool. All together now then. Actually, Lamont said easy.
Why has he muted his mic?
I don't want to get it wrong again. Mate.
Well,
Kieran Richardson.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
All right, cool.
Yes, it is. Kieran Richardson.
That was my champ manager days. I can't lie.
So cool. We'll move on then. Move on swiftly to predictions. Prediction table has been updated, and it looks all right.
Guys, we're at the business end, couple weeks left, and it's up
So
for
this was
grabs.
last week. Leon had a nice little haul last week, brought himself into the mix, and now this is this week.
Woo!
Yeah.
Dropped and changed again.
This is this week.
Bev, you got a point, Bev?
Bros, I don't care, bros. Listen. Bro, right now, just trying to get to the end of the season, bros.
So, boy, 3 game weeks left for us to see who is going to win it. And listen, any one of us 4 could actually still win it. For being honest. Any one of us 4 can win it. So, it'll be interesting to see. Hopefully, I'll come back with something. So, anyway, without any further ado, Premier League title race heated up today. And I was going to start with Arsenal, but there's no point. Might as well dip into what we've seen tonight. Man City have opened the door wide for Arsenal with a 3-3 draw. 3-3 draw away against Everton. And I was annoyed. First half, yes, I said it. Bevan said it to me off air that Pickford didn't have to do much, but it was literally it was complete domination, really and truly, of the ball, but just no penetration. It was just nonsense after nonsense, and then Doku with his left foot top bins it, and then you think, okay, cool,
Great goal.
cool, really good goal. What can he do? What can the rest of the team do? Because now they should go up a gear. But again, said it offline. This has been Man City of this season, of 2026. First half, they do okay. Second half, they fall asleep. So, listen, It's a bit annoying, but how did you guys see it? Was it stupidity? Was it nerves? Was it inexperience? Because the pass back by Gurhi, mate.
Bruh.
The fact that he put his head down as soon as the ball left his foot, that
So
man,
you
you
know
don't see
what?
that often.
Because I led the show with talking about champ manager, yeah. For those that have played football manager or championship manager, before I think it was called football manager. You see, Gahey, at half time, the talk that I'm giving him, the drop down box that he's gonna get is gonna be abuse, right? And then after the game, he's getting a fine. If we don't win.
That's in the game though. That was second half, bruv.
Yeah, second half. Second half.
My bad. So either which way, he's getting a fine. He's getting a week's wages, fine. He's getting a week's wages, fine, bruv. And if he's sad or his morale's dropped for the next game, I'll drop him. Like, I'm one of them managers. I don't know what he's thinking.
Okay.
I mean, I was in two boats, yeah, because when he passed it back, I thought, Barry was already in an offside position. So it's like, do they give the offside? Or do they not? Because the second phase of play is the fact that Gahey actually got a touch on it and he passed it back. So obviously, for those that don't actually understand the offside rule, that might be a little bit misleading. Do you get what I mean? Because you would think to yourself, when the ball is played forward,
Didn't impede him. It was a willing pass to the goalkeeper, and he got it wrong, and he was just standing there.
There was no need to.
If he had interrupted him and barged him, then they could have just allowed it. But he just said, "All right, ooh, thanks."
There wasn't even a need for him to go back to the goalkeeper, to be honest.
Nah.
He could have done anything else.
And he's normally so calm under pressure. I just fully expect him to turn out right and go up the pitch.
But this is a different kind of pressure, though, isn't it? Because this is
never been
new.
under.
He's never been in this kind of position before. I think that Everton could have been. They could have scored. They had a lot of chances to score goals in that second half. In Jai, oh my word!
Yeah.
Like, what happened to his shooting boots? Because a couple of times he hit it straight at Donnarumma. Yeah, and I think one of them resulted in the second goal anyway, with a header from O'Brien.
Yeah, the corner. Yeah.
Yeah, but you just, I don't know. Like you said, it's a performance that we've seen from from Man City this season already. Where first half they're on top. Second half they come out and it's like an implosion that they're not at the races. And this is another game that happened in. The only thing, it could have been worse. They could have lost this game 3-1 because but I suppose that's their quality in it. They was able to get a draw from out of this game, even though it's a bad result. But I mean, the last minute equalisers. Yeah.
Boy, I'm not even gonna lie. I missed the last few goals. I was driving and I thought, damn, it was 3-1. I thought it was game over. Game over. Get out of the car. Get inside. Then all of a sudden my phone beeps and Man City draw. I was like, hey, yay. So it's better than a defeat because it means that a draw, which I don't see happening, but an Arsenal draw keeps them in it. But the title's done, man. For me, the title's done. Yeah. I don't see West Ham or Burnley stopping you. I can't remember what your last game is.
West Ham could be the banana skin just because they've still got quite a lot to play for, right? Do you know what I mean? They've got a lot to play for. They don't want to get relegated, and they've got to leave all their cards on the table. That could leave them a little bit exposed. But I'm guessing Arsenal are going to get a ticket to the final, so I don't feel like they're going to be fully focused on just, the players within that not wanting to get injured and, you know what I mean, just try to make sure they can stay in fitness and in the eye of the manager for the final, for the Champions League final, if they can get there. It makes for a good last couple of weeks, boys, so I don't think we could complain too much.
No.
City should have won today, though, man. It was Doku's show today, man, for sure. Left foot, right foot, outside the box, both bangers.
It's disappointing that others didn't turn up. I know Haaland gets his goal.
Yeah,
good finish.
Very.
Good finish. But there was times where he looked so awkward. There was a time where he got the ball in the box and you just have to set it back. There's nowhere for you to go. And he tries to dribble across the box and he gets clamped. I'm like, come on, man.
It's not his game.
That's when Roy Keane says he's championship. because that was like Championship League One. Like, bro, just set it back. But I can see he gets frustrated with the amount of tiki-taka guys he's got. Sometimes he just wants the ball. Give me
Well,
the ball and let me attack.
Well, that's the goal that he scores is what he needed, right? And
Yeah.
it's a through ball from
Yeah.
Kovacic, which I don't know how they fall asleep like that straight after the. I know they say you're weakest straight after you score, but that is poor, man. You can't go to sleep like that.
Bro, they lost the plot twice though, because even for the equaliser, like it's a corner. One defender, one Man City player is chasing down to his own goal. Why are 4 of them chasing him? Why have we got 4 players chasing him?
Yeah.
So then he goes back in, they get another corner and they score. Like, seriously, one of you chase him, rest of you defend. Or 2 chase him, rest of you defend. And let's see where they go from there. So, the point, they want to get Europe. So, that point of 3 points doesn't mean that much. It just means that they're less likely to get Europe. So, they're probably chasing hard, but come on, man. It was just naivety. Complete naivety.
There could have been a way though, James. Like you said, in the first half, I think they had a couple of chances where Donnarumma got a strong hand. The passes weren't just cute enough for them to kind of get like a good opportunity on goal. But, you know, City are on the title chase as well, man. They're hunting down Arsenal. So they just kind of played the 90 minutes worth of football just to get themselves back in it.
So what that did mean, it meant that what Bevan's team did a few days ago was great work. Light work, you could say. Gunners go clear, 6 points, or 5 points now. But at the time it was 6 points. How did you feel after that game? Did you feel like, you know what, I got a feeling, as Haaland said to you guys after the game, I've got a feeling.
No, I did have a feeling. Because if you've listened to my post-match, I said in my post-match that...
I have, but I was one of them. You're plugged now, bro.
Yes.
You're first for a while.
I said in my... my first one. I said in my post-match that if we keep winning, that there's a chance that we could actually have the league wrapped up before the last game of the season, if results go our way. And that was a result that went our way. And I don't know, I've got another feeling that City might drop another point before the drop more points before the end of the season. They got some tricky games in there, and I think there's a couple potential banana skins in there.
Palace can nick wins or draws.
They can do. It depends what happens with Palace in Europe, but they got Bournemouth as well, and they got Bournemouth away, and I think before they play us is Brentford.
It's over.
So
It's over.
Yeah.
there could be some some potential banana skins, but I mean in terms of the Arsenal game last week, I said about not seeing a performance. I don't know if we're going to see one, and I don't know and that it didn't really matter. But I actually saw a performance from my side, albeit Fulham was shocking. But I saw my team actually turn up and play forward passes and try to be brave and win the game. And we were out of sight within 45 minutes. In the second half, we could just take the brakes off. I mean, put the brakes on and then go easy. Rest Saka for the Champions League, and it was good. It was good to see Skelly in Skelly in midfield, and what he could bring. And it's a new kind of dimension. So, you know, at this time of the season, you're seeing players actually come into a bit of form, and I think it kind of started from the Atletico game, and it's kind of carried on into the Premier League game as well. Eze seems to be coming into form at the right time. Saka had a good game on the weekend, and sometimes I feel like Eze is a bit like if you watch basketball, like Rajon Rondo. When it comes to the playoffs, that guy turns up, and towards the end of the season, that's where Eze seems to be turning up.
Bev, did you see what Saka done to Jimenez? Oh, he broke his ankles, bro. He went inside, outside, and my man was sitting on his Achilles. He was hovering in thin air, bro. I was like, what's going on? Hit the ground.
I don't even know why Jimenez was out there. don't
Bro.
even know why he's out there. He's obviously doing a job for the team, but for him to be 1-on-1 with Saka is a bit cruel considering he's supposed to be a striker.
Mate, and obviously to make it worse, Saka goes and creates the goal from that move as well. So you know all of that's going to be in the showboat reel, the whole lot. So Jimenez is going to get nightmares about that one for sure.
Yeah, man. Sat him down, bruvs.
You see, Gyökeres, like he's had a lot of sort of. I think he's come in for a lot of stick, for being, I guess, a 6-yard box type of striker. But that's exactly what you bought, and that's exactly what he brings to you. When you get the ball into the box early, you see what he's done with both goals. You might say they're tap-ins, but he's in a position to be able to score those type of chances, and Arsenal have been crying out for that. Like, do you think Gyökeres going forward, like if you are able to give him the supply he needs, do you think he can do much more than what he's done this season?
Yeah, 100%. I think he can, because the first goal we haven't done that enough. I think we've only done that like 2 or 3 times this season. We've actually played to his strengths, and even for the second goal, the run he's made, we don't usually give him that ball there. But as soon as he's made the run, Eze spotted it and he's pulled out wide, and then he's actually controlled the ball and laid one inside for Saka to score. And for a guy that's been terrible, like when they say he can't really get involved in the build-up play and stuff like that, then if you play to his strengths, then you see what he can actually do. And you know, he scored goals, and I think that I think I said at the beginning of the season he'll get at least 15 goals this season in the league. He's at 14, and I reckon he's going to end up with a couple more before the league's out, before the season's out. And if we play the way that we have been playing, we're going to play to his strengths like that. Then yeah, I think he can only go from strength to strength, and you could see more of him getting better next season. Because I think it's easy to judge a player, but if you're not playing to how that player plays, then he's always going to look terrible and he's going to look bad.
Players need time, and these days we don't like to give them time. Well, I say we. Many people don't like to give him time. And as the season's got on, you could argue he's got more accustomed to how Arsenal play. And his goals are shot up in the last month, I'd say, right?
Yeah, they have. I mean, he's got 21 in all competitions in this season, and he's been scoring goals in Europe. So it just hasn't translated to the Premier League. But at the same time, I don't think we've played to his strengths like that. But I haven't seen where we've had the chance to go on the outside, whip a ball across the box or play it across the box for him to have the tapping like that. We've seldom done it. I think he scored 2 goals like that. So how is he going to work? Or if he likes to have that run where we can try to run the channels and get him behind, we're not playing him or finding him, then he's going to struggle. So yeah, man, I think like it was a good result. We put pressure on Chelsea. We put the pressure on City, and we put ourselves in a good position to wrap this league up. We just got to go to West Ham and get another result there. Because I think the last 2 games we've got Burnley at home, and then we've got Crystal Palace away. And I think with the Crystal Palace away game, they could be in the Conference League final themselves. So
they're 3-1 up.
With
I reckon they will be.
Yeah. So with one eye on the final, you never know what they're going to do or what team they're going to put out. Obviously, it's going to be competitive and stuff like that, but you know,
You've both got them as well.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. All right. Well, it is probably almost over, but we'll watch this space. We'll see how it goes. But it has been a good weekend for Leon. London buses for a London team. You wait 5 months, or it wasn't quite 5. It was 4 months. Actually, it was almost 5 really, because it was early January. It was early.
Literally,
it was 5 months because it was early December, innit?
Boxing Day.
Was it Boxing Day?
Boxing Day.
Okay.
Boxing Day, yeah.
Wait 5 months, and then 2 buses come out along at the same time. So, performance. We said last week was one of the best performances of the season for you guys. Or was it the week before? We played well.
No, the game against Brighton where we drew 2-2 was a good performance. The win last week wasn't a good performance, but we got the win, and that was the most important thing. And I said that, but yeah, Sunday was definitely probably the best performance since the early part of the season, maybe when we played City. But under the Zerbi, definitely the best performance so far. Really did a number on Villa. Villa obviously have one eye on Europa League, so they arguably had other things on their mind. But as Emery said, they had lost their 2 previous games with their best teams in the league, and before the Europa League game. So fair play to him for keeping it real. He's entitled to select the team that he thinks can go out there and do a job. And obviously, with an eye on that Europa League semi-final, he had to make some changes. But yeah, Tottenham for the most part, we're missing a lot of players too, but the performance is exactly what we wanted to see from the team. Full of heart, full of running in the right way, putting the pressure on the opposition, and just trying to find ways to create openings. And with the midfield being pretty much an industrial midfield of an attrition with Palhinha, Bentancur and Gallagher, it seemed to really work against Villa. And we know Villa's midfield is one of their strong points, so we definitely did a number on them there. But I have to give credit to the Zerbi for getting the players to actually do what they need to do, because that was one of the problems that we've seen under Thomas Frank and under Igor Tudor. The players just weren't doing the work that was required. But he also seems to be finding a way for them to play better than they have been playing during the season. So hopefully, with the last 3 games left, all going to be difficult matches. We've got to play Leeds, we've got to play Chelsea away, which even though they look like a mess right now, I guarantee you they'll put in their best performance of the season in that game. And then we'll have last game of the season at home to Everton, who are fighting for European spots. So it's not going to be easy, but we'll take that victory and hopefully look to build on it and get another win. I said that we needed 3 wins and probably need 3 wins, and we needed another 2 wins really to guarantee that we'll be all right for the last day. But I find it difficult to see us going to Chelsea and getting a win. But that home game to Leeds, we have to win, man.
Chelsea right now, bruv, is anybody's. I'm going to be honest to you, bruv. Because
not with Spurs, bro. It's a different kettle of fish, man.
I spoke to a Spurs fan earlier on about the same thing, and they were like, listen, they just got hoodoo over us, but Chelsea look horrible right now. I don't know what is going on over there.
I don't know what's going on. I thought the players weren't playing for Rosenior, and obviously the guy taking over was just basically going to be able to tie things over till the end of the season. But the players, I don't know what's happened there. But Forest, fair play to them. Like, we kind of swiftly moved on in a way because of Chelsea. But Forest's performance against Chelsea was just... Forest have just been on one, man. Like, I thought this might have been a banana skin game for them. Going away to Chelsea, you're thinking Chelsea need to bounce back, try and put pressure on for that Champions League spot, but they just destroyed them. And they didn't even play their first choice team.
8 changes, bro.
They brought Anderson on and Morgan Gibbs-White on as substitutes. Like my guy had his plan, and the guys that came there did the job which, you know, you want your team to do, especially players who are fighting for their spot. You want them to come in and do a job, and Awoniyi did his thing.
Good word. No, it could turn out to be a mistake though, because I don't know why at 3-0 you brought on Gibbs-White with a semi-final a few days away. Because that, for me, that game was done. The game was done, bro. The game was done.
What? But when did he bring him on?
I think it was 3-0.
At 2-0.
You sure it was 2?
Was it 3-0?
Because he set
2-0. He set out the third goal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So he's at 2-0.
Now, he might not have made the semi-final.
But did it seem like a
head injury?
Did it seem like a bad injury?
Yeah, bro. It's a head. He couldn't play on.
Oh, it was a
head injury.
Oh, that's concussion.
With Sanchez. Him and Sanchez clashed.
Okay.
So he came off. I mean, head injuries in football, rightly or wrongly, I say wrongly, aren't treated as severely as they should be. Point being in case, we'll speak about it later on in the Man United game. Head injuries, you should not be playing on after getting locked off. He went off, but he should probably be stood down for 10 days. He won't. You might even see him on Thursday. That's as crazy as it is.
Yeah, Marinakis has some swing, bro. So
it's football in general, to be fair.
Listen, he's a gunman, bro. You stay there. You stay there, bro.
The thing is, Forest are in some really good form at the minute.
Yeah.
And Villa are not as good form. They've lost 3 on the bounce now. And I know we just spoke about Spurs, but as good as Spurs were, Villa were shocking. They were awful, man. So them playing against Forest in the cup, it could be that Forest are the ones that make it to the final.
Yeah.
Forest could beat them.
Well, they're already winning as well.
Yeah, I know they won their luck.
Yeah.
But if you look at their last couple of performances that they've been putting out, they've been shelling teams down. So sometimes when you're going to rest your players in certain games, it seems that Forest have done it in the right way, where Villa did it in the wrong way, because they'd lost to Fulham, they lost to Forest, then they lose to Spurs, and whereas Forest have been in good form and they're winning, and it showed that winning culture has kind of filtered down into the team, and they dispatched Chelsea. And Awoniyi's first goal, he was all by himself. There was not a player nowhere near him. So it was too easy, man. And some of those Chelsea players are not in form. I don't know if Cole Palmer's going to that World Cup in the current form he's in, because he's not.
Shouldn't go in this current form.
There's a lot of them though. Who would you take? Phil Foden. Can't take Foden. Morgan Rogers.
Yeah,
he's
Rodgers,
not in form.
After that nutmeg he got last week, he needs to stay at yard.
Yeah. All of them are out of form. Even Bellingham. All of them are out of form. Saka is luckily. We'll talk about. Well, we even talk about him properly. Or you might have.
No, we didn't.
With his goal and assist, he might be coming back into form at the right time. Slightly different position, but it's the key
His
players.
place was never in jeopardy though, but it's at number 10 position.
It's the key
Right
players.
now, Eze seems to be the guy that's going into in the form, and so is Gibbs White. You could say,
And he wasn't even in our squad. He was right.
There you go.
But he's actually in form at the minute. Out of all of them, Morgan Rogers, he's dropped off a cliff, man.
Yeah, pressure. Sometimes the pressure can get to you, innit? But okay, so we've done the Spurs, we've done the Nottingham Forest and Chelsea. Might as well move on to Man United.
I thought you was about to wrap the show up. I was about to say this guy.
Oh, I was ready. I
Twice.
was ready to. But why not? We can leave it to last. We can talk about Leeds Burnley. That was a good game.
Was it?
That was a good game.
That's something else. Double. Oh, mate. It's been 10 years, bro.
Yeah, exactly. It took you 10 years to do it.
Yeah. It's took us 10 years to do a double on you guys, bro.
Unload your nonsense. Let's go.
Game of two halves, James. I think I spoke to you offline. I don't even know if it was yesterday. It might have been yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
And I said to you, it was one of them games where that is what the rivalries are meant to look like. That is how you're meant to compete. That is
in the second half.
Yeah, more so the second half, but the game in its entirety in terms of the climax and, the 2-0 up, then you're conceding 2, similar to the, probably going a bit off top, but similar to like the PSG Bayern Munich. Do you know about like the swings and roundabouts? It was really, really exciting to watch, neutral or as a fan. But United walk away with the 3 points. That's all I care about. We cemented Champions League. We dusted down Liverpool at Old Trafford, sent them packing. And Maino scored the winner after signing a contract, bruv. Starboy, the real Starboy, you get me? So, yeah. And that was pretty much it. I'm not going to lie, though. I don't know if we didn't gift you those 2 goals, I'm not convinced you would have got 2. Because you were still pushing, and you were being aggressive, but the gifts that we gave you, I don't think you'll ever see gifts like that again, bro. Ahmad coming on.
All the way around, bro. VAR gifted you goals as well. But
VAR what? VAR what?
It's handball.
That's handball.
Give it a rest.
That's handball.
You man are jokers, bro.
It's handball.
You man are jokers. How? That probably didn't even touch his hand, bro.
You see the hand even move. You see the ball move as well. You saw the ball move,
mate.
Listen,
you need to
I'm happy. I'm happy. It wasn't. Go on, you finish because
I was going to ask him a question. I'm going to ask him a question. if he was wearing a different red shirt and he had a number 14 on his back, would you say that's handball?
What do you mean? If Henry handballed the ball in that position, is that what you're trying to
Not
tell
Henry,
me?
not Henry, not Henry.
Oh, you
not
said
Henry.
14 and red.
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
was
yeah,
thinking Henry.
yeah. The new 14 in the red
The
shirt.
new
Yeah. Or
Listen.
if he was wearing a red shirt and it had number 11 on it
No,
and his name was Salah, would it be handball?
no.
Of course he would.
You're
'Cause
lying,
it wasn't a
bro.
handball.
You're
It wasn't a
lying.
handball, bro. It was.
You're
bruv,
lying.
It wasn't a handball. If they had one of those sensors on the ball, you would have seen that it wasn't even touched. Yeah, it might have grazed his top. It might have grazed his top, but it weren't touched, bro. Either which way.
It might have grazed his top and not his hand. Is what
Yeah,
you're saying.
100%. It might have grazed his t-shirt. That's what you might have seen, but it didn't touch his hand.
Listen, the only reason that VAR hasn't given it is because it wasn't conclusive enough for them. But to me,
Correct.
Bravs, that looked like handball to me.
If they gave that would have been cheating.
It looked like handball to everybody apart from Man United fans and the VAR at the time. That's it.
Well,
What else?
It's the one time you're gonna hear me say, "Well done, VAR." You know what I mean? They had the corners to just really make the right decision at that point. If you'd have given you the penalty and you'd have buried it, I'm not too sure how that game would have turned out. Because I feel like we were still. You guys started so slow. You started like how we've been starting for the last couple of weeks.
That's how we've been started all season.
Yeah, fair enough.
So,
But under Amorim, we struggled to our first half hour. We've been struggling.
listen,
Yeah.
we didn't deserve to get the 3 points. We could have stolen a draw, but a win. Listen, at 2-0, I said it. The game's over. We're not winning this game. There's no chance we're coming back and winning this game. I've said it so many times this season. When we concede first, we don't win. We've done it once all season. So when it 1-0 and 2-0, I was like, yeah, we're not winning this game. They shocked me. Diallo gave us a little helping hand. Right? You're taught as a kid, you don't play across the pitch like that. Normally it's across the penalty box, but credit to, listen, he may have done that, but you got to give credit to Szoboszlai. Because not every person's going to pick up that ball from that position and it's going to end in the back of the net on your weaker foot.
Composed.
It was a quality goal from him. And then obviously, Lemens, as I said in my post-match, if you haven't watched it, watch it. He's been quality goalkeeper this season. Absolutely quality this season. But he had a moment. But even after that, the football, the interchanging of passing from us was better than I've seen all season. It was quickly bang, 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 goal. Suppose that
Three passes.
suppose I could have turned around and thought, I'm being greedy, I'm gonna knock it in. But he had already scanned. He knew where the goalkeeper was. He's like, cool, pop it here, it's gonna be a goal. It was a great goal. So I was like, right, can we actually do it? Can we actually do it? But it's not our season for that. Listen, before the game started, it was going downhill. We're all happy that Isak was back. Isak scores last week. And we're like, okay, cool. And then what do you hear? He's got a groin injury. It always happens.
Oh, you're joking.
Yeah, but it happens when you've been out for 4 or 5 months. You don't come back and not get injuries. So it's not a surprise. But obviously, we go to Old Trafford without Salah, without Ekitike.
No, Salah was on the bench, innit? Or was he
without
injured?
Salah, without Ekitike. No, Salah's not on the bench.
Or was he not even in the squad?
No. He's had his hamstring last week.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, that's why they were saying that might be the last time they've seen before the end of the season.
He said he's
Okay,
going to be
fair.
back. He said it's not as bad as they thought, but he wasn't going to be played. It was obviously then. And I said it last week. If we had Salah, I'd have been a bit more confident because that's his playground. No matter what happens, he scores there.
Yo, but Manny's got the keys, bro. So he would have just locked that gate, bro. Which player? Get out of it.
I don't know, bro.
I would say
There were
keys.
Bro, there were times in that second half, where Casemiro and Mainu were not in the game, bro. They were ahead of the play. Well,
Yeah.
a lot of the times, and they weren't in the right position that they needed to be in. And like Liverpool looked like they could have nicked something out of that game, albeit from your own implosion. But there were moments in that second half where like they just didn't. They needed to. You needed to regroup and reshuffle.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously he turns up with a good goal. But yeah,
I'm surprised he got man. I think he got man of the match because of the goal. Because I don't think his performance was man of the match worthy. But obviously, you're a local lad who scores a winning goal in your biggest game of the season.
I mean, I don't think he played as bad as you guys are making out. He had a lot of involvement in a lot of the positive stuff that Man United were doing. And even when Liverpool were pressing us, he was part of the reason why things were breaking down because he was putting his body on the line and doing a lot of last ditch tackles. So I understand what you're saying in terms of when Liverpool had the ball, he might have been out of position. I still feel like he needs to. He's still not as quick as what I would like him to be. However, when he's got the ball at feet and his eye for a pass and just his spatial awareness, it's up there with the best of them, bruv. It is definitely up there at the best. And he's learning a lot next to Casemiro, in my opinion.
3 games left.
He's learning a lot.
3 games left.
No, I'm saying since he's been there and he's been working alongside him.
3 games left. With
and then
Casemiro.
He's gone.
Yeah.
Then he's gone. He's gone.
But
yeah, 3-2.
Yeah, listen, to put a bow in it, like I said it live, I said it here. I don't think we're going to win the game, but I was going to predict we'll win anyway. I didn't think we'd win. And listen, it happened. We move on. It wasn't a good enough performance, just like many of our performances this season. And listen, Chelsea next. I'm still never convinced. I think we could end up giving Chelsea a leg up. Have them get back on track with a point. I don't think we'll lose because at Anfield. But the way we're playing against teams in bad form, we never seem to wipe the floor with them. I'm not saying Man United were, but in general, in terms of Chelsea coming next, we don't seem to be the team to okay, cool, we're gonna put our foot in the next as well. Because all we need is 3 points. If we get 3 points, then we've got top 5.
Secured it.
Yeah,
you secured it.
Hopefully.
I reckon you'll get it though, James. I reckon you'll get it. Yeah, you'll get it.
But we'll move on.
The last couple of games you got.
Against again?
With the games you got.
Aston Villa as well.
Chelsea, Villa. Yeah, you got Villa. I think you beat Villa.
But Brentford. Thing is, it's 8 points, isn't it? It's 8 points.
Yeah.
It's an 8-point gap, and obviously 9 points up for grabs. So we have to lose all 3, really.
Yeah. No, you get Champions League football.
Yeah. Okay, we'll move on. Leeds, Burnley was a good game. 3-1. I said it earlier. Elland Road elation. Not good news for Leon, obviously, because it's a team that they're going to have to play to try and get to stay in the Premier League. But with Burnley being already relegated, Calvert-Lewin pounces on a Burnley mistake to steal the 3rd goal. But it was over before then, being completely honest. The shock was Scott Parker resigning. I did not see that coming.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I did not see that coming. I was like, okay. And then Michael Jackson taking over the week that the new Michael Jackson movie comes out. So I was like,
you know what? If Scott Parker got them back to the Premier League, wouldn't you just let him go again? Because sometimes he might.
But he quit. I don't think he got sacked.
Oh, maybe.
Why would you sack him now with 3 games to go? I think he walked, but that's what it sounded like from all the reports I heard. He walked. So I don't know if it's some personal or whatever, but he's not. I can't see a Premier League club hiring him.
Who? Parker? No way.
He's going to have to go back to Championship.
No way.
Every time he's been here, he's been trash. Sorry.
Yeah.
In case we have an interview with him, every time he's been here, he hasn't been quite up to scratch.
No, but you got to be honest though. He's got to be honest. He's not the quality that they need in the Premier League. So
no, but look, you're gonna see it next season. Frank Lampard's come up again, and Coventry might go straight back down.
Yeah.
But sometimes you got to cut your teeth. Like look how many seasons that you had West Brom going up and down, and then they managed to stay in there. Sometimes you gonna have to figure it out, innit? And maybe he's gone down a couple times, comes back. You know what I mean? You go down 7, you gotta get up. You go down 7, you gotta get up 6 times, innit? Or whatever it is, get up 8.
Yeah,
can't remember the number. But yeah, it is a bit weird for him to leave mid-season, and they seemed very open in that game.
Yeah,
Leeds and what's his name scored another cracker? Anton Stat scored another.
Oh my god, nah. Did you see the pass to him?
Yeah,
brother, he had nobody ran him. They passed through like 4 players.
He's not right. He's not left-footed. He's right-footed.
James, he took the ball in acres of space, turned and hit the ball near post from 30, 40 yards. And it was just rolled in. No, it wasn't a screamer.
It wasn't.
He rolled it in.
It's still a good shot, bro.
Bro, that was poor goalkeeping, man. Give it a rest. It was a poor goalkeeping affair. That was just horrible. Horrible.
Okay. Well, we'll move on. Because what made Lyon's weekend was obviously before they played, knowing that I think it was before West Ham had lost to Brentford and they were handily beaten 3-0 at the G-Tech. Mavropanos' own goal and a penalty, I believe, from Thiago, 25th of the season. But so listen, Brentford, have they got a shout for manager of the season? I know a lot of people say it should be Arteta if they win it, but what he's done, could it be him? We won't talk much. Obviously, the game was the game. They won 3-0. West Ham are in trouble, so it's a quick one. Could he be manager of the year?
It could be manager, yeah. I know that like West Ham lost, but they did hit the woodwork 3 times in that game.
True.
They were unlucky, and yeah, you're right. I think Keith Andrews could be in the shout for manager of the year, considering that everybody had somebody Brentford going down this season because he was manager.
Yeah,
and he's come in and it's not been he's done better than Thomas Frank did with them. Really, they're in a good shout for Europe.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. All right, the last 3 games we won't really discuss. We'll just talk about the scorelines. So Newcastle finally get a win, a proper win. They beat Brighton 3-1. Brighton up and down as normal. You got Wolves.
Oh, just on Brighton, James. Just on Brighton. Hurstler signed a new contract as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So I just thought I'd mention that.
Yeah, good young manager.
Yeah.
A very confident guy. Wolves drawing with Sunderland, 1-1. Sunderland
Another hair pull.
a little hit of dip right now, haven't they? So, but they're safe. That's what it matters for them, really. They're here next season, and obviously Wolves are long gone. And then finally, Bournemouth, Crystal Palace, 3-0. Bournemouth overrun Crystal Palace. With Crystal Palace having Europe, there was no surprise. They made quite a few changes, but Bournemouth, the way they played, will give Man City fans a bit of worry. It's not an immediate game, but it's a game on the horizon. So
one thing I will say about that game, though, I know we're quickly going over it. That penalty that Bournemouth got,
yeah, shocking.
Dodgy. That was dodgy, man.
Soft.
It was soft. How could you trip over? The player tripped over him.
Yeah.
The player ran into him. That's crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I saw that. That was outrageous.
What are we doing?
So yeah, all right, cool. We've come to the end of the review. So guys, let us know what you thought of the games. Let us know how you found them. But we'll move on swiftly to our player of the week. Favorite part of the show of mine. So it is still no. I think you've done your 3, haven't you? I think it's back down.
No, I got one more left.
Okay,
I got one more left, yeah.
All right, so cool. Lamont, who is your player of the week?
Even if I didn't, I wanted to go first anyway. Yo, my boy Kobe. Kobe Maney, boy. Scoring the winner. Gets them Sky Scums.
There's no surprise there, is there?
Go on in, Bevan.
My player of the week, I'm going to give it to Miles Lewis-Skelly.
Oh, yeah?
I think he had a good game in the midfield. And he bossed it, man. Yeah. And after him not having a good season as well, at left back, he's come in and had a very good game. So, giving it to him.
Against Fulham. Yeah.
Lee?
My player of the week is going to be Conor Gallagher. He's come up for a lot of stick since he's been at Spurs because he hasn't really shown any sign of the Chelsea or Atletico Madrid version. But on Villa, we saw the Conor Gallagher that we expected to see when we made the signing. So, shout out to him.
Okay, my player of the week. I was going to give it to Gyökeres. In fact, I will give it to Gyökeres. Gyökeres he's been much maligned, 2 goals and I believe an assist, possibly. 2 goals and assists before half time. Listen, he was brought here to win the league, and he might have done it with that performance yesterday. The second person I was going to give an honorable mention was Taiwo Awoniyi, 2 goals and a penalty. Wish he had taken a penalty. He could have had a hat trick, but obviously it's not his. So yeah, that's my player of the game week. So we move on to the moment of the week. Well, I thought that was going to be your moment, but you've given the player. So what is your moment of the week? Or maybe it still is.
No. My moment of the week was when Jimenez got put on his back after Saka went out and then inside, and he was just looking up at the sky, and he got an assist off it. although I don't want to give it to an Arsenal movement, a positive movement, I have to. As a football lover, that there, embarrassing. Honourable mention though to Tolu getting his hair pulled once again and getting someone else sent off. Yeah.
Moment of the week's tough, man,
Mm.
because João Pedro's overhead kick was going to be my moment of the week. Cold business. That was cold business. But then it's gonna be selfish. Mark Gahey's pass back, man. That's my moment of the week because that was the downfall of Man City today.
Yeah, that was going to be mine because that completely changed the game. And he knew as soon as he, as you said, as soon as he kicked the ball, he knew he made a huge error. And fair play, Barry slots it home.
Yeah, that was going to be mine. So I'll just go with the bicycle kick, just to be a bit different. So the bicycle kick was one of the, because he got a goal disallowed moments earlier as well. So he was already fuming. So to produce that, quality, absolute quality. So the final part of the show, we move on to predictions. So we end, so busy game week. Liverpool versus
Liverpool
Chelsea.
first, isn't it?
Yep. 12:30 this Saturday. Sunderland versus Man United. And we've got West Ham versus Arsenal. And then Monday night, so back on Monday again, Spurs versus Leeds. So we start from the top. Lamont, Liverpool versus Chelsea.
I'm going to go 1-1.
2-1 Liverpool. Leon, you're on mute.
3-1 Liverpool.
I was thinking that as well. All right, I'm going to hope they don't score, which I don't believe, but I don't want to go 3-1. I'm going to go 3-1. 3-1 Liverpool. So, the next game, Sunderland versus Man United. Man United got enough to pay for now. They're in limbo.
Yes.
So
this could be anything now, to be fair. I'm going to go away from home. 3-1 United.
Sunderland falling off a cliff, man. I'm going to go 3-0 United.
I'm going to go 2-0 United.
2-0. Exact same score. Right, West Ham, Arsenal. The next up. Next game up is West Ham, Arsenal.
Okay, I'm going to go 2-2.
Yeesh.
Desmond Stiley.
I'm going to go 3-1 Arsenal.
It's not a game week if you don't have a Desmond from Lamont, is it?
It's not, is it? It's not too.
2-1 Arsenal.
I'm going 2-0 Arsenal. And in the final game, Tottenham versus Leeds.
All right, I'm going to go Tottenham at home. 2-1 Tottenham.
2-2.
2-1. Spurs, obviously.
Yeah, 2-1 Tottenham.
James has just copied my scoreline the whole time.
I said 2-0 last game. I said 2-0 West Ham Arsenal. 2-1. So, that's it for this game week. Hope you've all enjoyed it. I know Bevan has. Lamont surely has, and so has Leon. So it looks like I'm the odd one out this week. But it was half expected. I didn't expect to win, but I didn't want to lose. So thanks for watching. Let us know your player of the game week. Let us know your moment of the game week. Let us know what you thought of the show. Leave it in the comments. This has been Armchair Pundits Week in Review Show. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. and hit the notification button. Peace out.